Yeah, that hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and say with lock and key and combination. Keep it gold and hindsight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, and keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. Niggas love you when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all that hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, bad time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, if I had a penny for everyone doubted me, I'll make $1 million a month off a salary. Picture me rolling, go look at the gallery. I've been eating now, look at the calories. No, I've been out up on the road, trying to make it to my goals. Had a lot of friends in the past when I quit on me, had a fold. I remember being told, son, don't ever say it's sold. For the girls, for the cars, for the fame, for the riches, for the gold. Yeah, I've been chasing material things, I've been chasing my dreams. Stay close to the team, I don't ever need no reason to leave. Heard the birds in the trees, telling me it is a breeze. As you can see, I do it with ease, wanna make it them believe. Bad time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, one time for the one time, I'll rebound, I reground. In the meantime, I stack up, this win my reward. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation.
I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tail of the tape. Antonio Tarver, 188. The Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. Of course, you remember. He'll be squaring up against Street Killer from the United States of America.
It'll be Ding Ding from First Bravo off.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, hailing from Florida, here is the 3-time world champion, the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks trimmed with black, the Streak Killer.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. No rest for the weary. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Todd, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're pressed right.
They exchange punches. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Those counter punches have to hurt. That big hook doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage.
You completely switched up.
And there's the bell for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Good counter punching. How about that time counter shot? He misses with that straight left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. That counter shot lands. Both men step back for just a moment. Nope, that jab not going to score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't...
Be smart when you go out, mate.
Let's get it started in round three. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he just misses with that jab. Insane action. That left hook missed. Punch, counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Misses with the straight left. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something.
Big deep breaths.
And there's the bell to start round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This could be the end. How did they not go down?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Won't score with that right uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That seemed like
Fight that round. That's it.
There's the bell to start round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Catch and shoot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter lands. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad. There's the bell for round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Tarver's been rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. At this point,
what are you doing? Come on.
there's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And so far, let's watch that again and replay from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't got to do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done.
Who could forget when Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou? And here we see it's the Pac-Man, 8-division world champion. Should I name them all? Flyweight, super bantamweight, featherweight, super featherweight, lightweight.
This bout is scheduled for...
And this one has all of those big... You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. It's bombs away. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that straight left. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Misses with the straight left. Those counter punches have to hurt. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges...
Forget about that round.
There's the bell for round 2. Well, he's had enough, and he is going to quit. So they will throw in the towel. Fighting on Patrick the.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fight. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That jab scores. These punches coming from every angle. And that could be the beginning of the end for Roco. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roco in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punch. The straight right just misses. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Those counter punches have to hurt. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. They're both trying for a knockout. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roco in that last round.
Switch on.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. The perfect counter lands. That hook was off target. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh, what a punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, Patrick Rocal right now stumbling around. Talk about Rocal in that last round. He is down big time. Back at it in round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. That counter shot lands. Blocks that left hook. Hook just can't find the target. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
The jab doesn't quite connect. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Rocal in that last round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
One punch could change everything in this battle. The straight right just misses. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Perfect punch. Perfect counter shot. Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not...
Born in the thunder, slave to the hunger. They always said there's no way out. Heart of a fighter, forged in the fire. Takes more than that.
They could have picked any venue in the world, but they chose this one. And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Ricardo, one of the hottest tickets around. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Good punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Crawford in trouble. It appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters. Hold that thought! Crawford is dazed. How did they not go down?
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we've just taken taking a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Right hook just missed. Back and forth they go. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Don't fight to the counter puncher. You've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. Just missed with that hook. Jab does not score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem... Let's get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on them. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about my order in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. over the place. Crawford got hit hard, and down he goes. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that lap.
Win this fight.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That jab doesn't score. They exchange punches. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. El Matador is hurt. Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Swing and a miss with that hook. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
We'll be coasting for this entire fight.
There's the bell to start round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They stop the hook there. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that speed.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2,
back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about my switch up. And there's the bell for round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you continue.
Oh, wait a minute. Ricardo Mayorga is in trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornerman now is down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Ricardo Mayorga. Round 8, and we're off again. And there's the bell to start the round. Counter shot lands. Swing and a miss with the hook. Jab slightly off target. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch.
Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward.